Grade 11 subject Pakistan Studies, Sloan number 321 and 322. In this lecture, we will discuss the concept of local self-government and the local government system introduced by Ayub Khan. Local government. Local government is an organization or a group of such people who are elected by the citizens and run a district, town, country, or a region at local level. Dear student, the local government is one of the vital organs of the state through which programs of development are formulated and implemented for the community. A local government is a form of public administration and it is the lowest tier of any democratic system in Pakistan. If you see the Constitution of 1973, the Constitution ensured the establishment and continuity of the local government in Pakistan. If you see the Article 32 of the Constitution of 1973, which stated that it should be the responsibility of the state to introduce a local government, in Article 140A, directed the provinces to establish and monitor local government in Pakistan. So local government is the lowest tier in any democratic system. The local government usually established to transfer power at the grassroots level so that the issues which are emerged at this level could be resolved at the local grassroots level. So now we will discuss the local government system introduced by the military ruler Ayub Khan. Ayub Khan issued an Ordinance of Basic Democracies on 27th of October 1959 and introduced the system of local governments in Pakistan. The basic democracies system was designed to accomplish multiple political objectives. So now we will see the basic democracies organization. It was consist of 4 tiers: the Union Council, the Tehsil Council, the District Council, and the Divisional Council. Dear students, now let me discuss these 4 tiers one by one. The first one is Union Council. So, the Union Council was the lowest but the basic tier of the system. So, the Union Council consists of 5 to 8 villages of about 8,000 to 15,000 population. And there used to be 10 to 15 electoral wards, and from each ward, one councillor was to be elected by the adult franchise rule. A person of 21-year-old can cast vote. The next one is the Tehsil Council. There was no election to this council, and it consists of some officials and some non-official members. The official members were the chairman of all the union councils within the Tehsil, and the official members were the head of all the national assemblies departments in the Tehsil. And the number of official members was equal to those of the non-official members. And the Tehsil Council was acting as a coordinating body between the Union Council and the District Council. Third one is the District Council. The most important tier was the District Council. So the head of the council was the deputy commissioner of the district, and the vice chairman used to be selected from amongst the chairmen of the tehsil or the union councillors by the deputy commissioner. And dear students, this council consisted of officials and non-official members, and the number of both officials and non-officials was equal. So the last one is the divisional council, the uppermost tier. This is the most upper tier council, and it was headed by the divisional commissioner. And the members of the divisional council consist of the deputy commissioner DC and the vice chairman of the district within the division. The divisional level officers as a official members, and some other prominent persons to be selected by the commissioner, and some were recommended by the deputy commissioners. So the number of the officials and non-official members was equal in the divisional council. Okay, now let me conclude the basic democracies introduced by local government, introduced by the Ayub Khan. So, though this system, it was aimed to develop the power at the grassroots level to solve the problems of the people through their own representatives. But this system could not bring any viable change, and nor could solve the problems of the people, because limited number of people were given the opportunity to decide the fate of the country. Dear students, it was made an electoral colleges for the election of the president and members of the central and provincial assemblies. It was later on abolished by the new government as the system lost the popularity and the confidence of the people. So, let me conclude this lecture by the quote of William M. King. He says, "Where there is a little or no public opinion, there is likely to be bad government, which sooner or later become autocratic government." Thank you so much for joining.